Hey guys, welcome back. This is the third video in the tutorial. If you haven't watched the other two, I suggest you go back and watch them. This is a little bit more advanced than the first two. We're kind of progressing into the knowledge of Fusion and what you're capable, what its basic capabilities are. Today I'm going to do a little bit of cam work. So we're going to draw a part up, and then we're going to draw tool paths off of a CNC that a CNC mill can use to make the part. So if you're wanting to learn programming, the basic fundamentals of programming, like how to do it in Fusion, just the elementary way, this is for you. If you have no experience whatsoever with Fusion, watch the other tutorials and then come back and start here on the third for the third. So the first two videos we discussed designs, sketches, renders, and drawings, and then the third one we're now going to discuss manufacture. So in order to manufacture a part, we first need a part. So let's make a part real quick. Sketch, top, look down at it. If you don't like the color here, I think we discussed this in the last video, you can change it in environment, change the color. That's better for you. I'm going to go ahead and set it back to um, photo booth. Okay, we're going to hit C for circle. We're going to draw a part real quick. So let's say uh, 1 inch. Okay, and then we're going to do, let's make that 2.5 inches. Okay, we're going to make another circle in the middle of it. We're going to call that 1 inch. Okay, and then another circle in the middle of that. We're going to call that 0.25. Okay, and then another circle, which is going to be the bolt circle. And we'll set it at 1.750. Looking good. We're going to create a circle up here. It's going to be 1/4 inch. Okay, we're going to restrain it here. Vertical. Okay, looking great. So we have our part done now. Now let's do some extrude. Q for extrude. I'm going to touch every single surface except for the center. We're going to leave the center an open bore. We're going to pull this up by 0.125. Okay, a little disc. Turn the body off. Turn the sketches on. Okay, and we're going to extrude everything else up with it. Q for extrude. Set the middle bore. Turn the body back on. We're going to go 0.25. Okay. And you know what? We're actually going to turn join um, oh 0.25. Okay. Let's see. Let's edit that. Let's not touch that, or let's turn the body off, touch this hub, turn it back on, pull it up to 1/4 inch, enter. Looking good. We got a hub and a flange. Let's make this a through hole here. So turn that body off. Grab the circle here. Turn the body back on. Pull it through where it cuts. Hit OK. Now we have a nice little part here. Turn the sketches off. Okay, let's create a bolt pattern. We can do that by going to create pattern, circle pattern. Click on the part. Choose the axis. We're going to go off the middle. 6 is fine. Hit OK. So we have ourselves a little flanged bolt circle hubbed part. Let's make it now. So to make it, let's save it. Okay, let's go to the workspace and change it to manufacturing. And sorry if I moved a little fast earlier, just a second ago. That's stuff that we've already covered in the other two videos. So if you're getting stressed out or whatever, visit the other two videos and practice there. This is for the CAM workspace. This is where we're going to be making toolpaths for this video. Okay. The other two they go over the other stuff, the design process, rendering, and drawing. Today is manufacture. So to manufacture this part, we need material, preferably oversized material that we're going to cut down to this part. So we're going to set up our stock, new setup. Say we got a piece of round bar that came in. We go to stock and we tell it that. So we're going to go to mode. We're going to say relative size cylinder. Okay. So say this round bar that we found laying around somewhere is a little bit bigger than our part. Say it's 50 thousandths bigger radially, and the top has like a little extra on top, 50 thousandths, and the bottom will leave long, like quarter inch. So plenty of material to remove in order to pull this part out of that stock. Okay, we're going to go back. If I was going to machine this, I'd throw it in a vise on a CNC mill and probe the OD or find center of the OD and set my WCS in the center like it's shown and make it. So in order to do that, we're going to set our model orientation and our stock point. So I like the way it's already orientated. You can change that if you wanted to wherever you wanted, but for this it's perfect for the center. Go back to center. Okay, now it's critical that you put your stock, your work coordinate system, in the right spot. If not, you're going to have to program around it. So in order to save a hassle, I like to put it at the top of the stock, right up here. Okay, actually this one, the center top, and set your coordinates the way your machine is running: Y positive, X positive, and then Z positive. Okay, once you do that, that's essentially it on setting your stock. You can play around with this stuff, not necessary. We are done. Hit OK. We are ready to start making toolpaths. The way toolpaths are made, the way that machine out there on the floor is running around cutting your parts for you. You got this smart guy in the office making these toolpaths. He's making a bunch of money or whatever. You want to be like him. You want to grow up and be a big guy like him. This is how you do it, guys. This is where you start. This is for the beginners. This ain't for you know-it-alls out there already. You're already there. I'm helping the guys that are just starting. 8 years ago, I started this journey, and it's been a very lonely, time-consuming one. I've learned a lot of stuff on my own, clicking buttons. So I'm out here putting support out here on the web to help guys that are help people that want to get into this stuff: 3D printing, prototyping, machining, drawing, whatever I'm covering here. Take advantage. This is free information that can land you a job somewhere eventually if you stay at it. That could significantly make you good money. So here we are, back to the subject. Let's create toolpaths. So this part's a little long on top. I'm going to do this in 2 ops. I want to do everything on this side, flip it over, grab it, and just face the bottom, and we're done. So very, very simple part. First thing we may want to do is maybe just shave the top off, so like a facing operation. So face it, we're going to grab a face mill or an end mill, something, some kind of tool. Just for the sake of it, we'll grab a little face mill. Way overkill here. 2-inch face mill. We're going to mold the top of it all. We're going to, okay, so I'm going to explain the tabs here. So the first tab, and this is the same across the board for anything that we're doing. Everything here. There's 5 tabs. First tab. Once you learn these 5 tabs, you got it made. So first tab is your feeds and speeds and your tools. So select your tool, go in their library. I love their library. Very good data in here. So choose the tool you're going to use. I'm going to take the top off with a face mill. Come down to Fusion Library, click on it, and they'll give you a list of tools. If you cannot find one that works for you, you can always make one right here at the plus. Create your own tool. We'll get into that later. That's a little bit more advanced, but it's very, very, very simple to use. Thank you, Fusion, for making it so nice and simple. We're going to exit out of that, and for the time being, we're just going to use what I had. Geometry, what are we going to do? We're going to face the top. So we're just going to click the top of the part, make sure it's the top. Okay, so that's your second tab, is just geometry. What are you machining? First one is the tool and how fast you're going to use the tool. Second one is what you're going to use the tool for. The third one is how far you're going to take the tool. So we're just going to say model top. So the tool is just going to cut down to the model top. It's going to remove the stock. So that's your heights tab for 3. The fourth tab is your passes tab. So this is how you're going to go about the cut. So the direction of the cut, extensions if you want to go off the part a little further, offset if you want to make it a wider cut, step over, directions, all that stuff, multiple depths. We're just taking like 40 thou, 50 thou off. We can do it all in one zip. Very, like, not even needed. Like, we can do it with another tool, but for the video, we'll just face mill it off. Full depth of cut. Linking tab. This is where you can change certain things. You can always use high feed instead of preserving rapid movements. They will set it at geos, or you can use one thing I like about Fusion: hover over anything. Just take your mouse and hover over it, and it will explain it all to you. So if I'm in preserve rapid movement, what I'm in now, all movements are preserved. Okay, and if I go to always the bottom one, you always use high feed outputs. It's going to output all your rapid movements as high feed moves, GO1 instead of rapid GOs. So instead of in the code on your screen that you're going to see out on the machine, instead of it saying GO, go here, go there, in full rapid, you can actually use high feed and then set your high feed to whatever you want. 0 to maximum machine capability. So I'm just going to use rapid geo. Works great for me. And then we're going to hit OK, and we've got it. I mean, it's as simple as that. Simple facing operation. So we're going to do simulation, start, boom. We mowed the top of the part, and you see how it left some stock there. If we don't want that stock there, we can change that by right clicking our operation, edit, and go to passes. We can do stock offset and just increase that. So let's go 1/4 inch. Okay, okay, and so that's gonna start it off 1/4 inch off the side here, not radially. So let's play around with this a little bit. So let's go to passes. Let's increase this start point out here by let's just put it at 1 inch, and we're going to see what it does. You notice the tool has moved out now away from the part, so you're not wrapping it down into the part, crushing your inserts. You're actually going to come down away from the part and feed into it, which is what we want. So it's going to come down, it's going to cut into the part. Perfect. Okie dokie. Looking good. I cleaned it all up nice and neat. Now we can move on to the next step. Okay, the next step, since we faced it, let's go ahead and mill this out, this hub. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and grab a 2D contour with, let's change the tool. We could use this tool, but let's just change it to like an end mill. So like a flat end mill, a small one. I don't know, like ½ inch or something. Might be a little overkill. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Let's change our feeds and speeds. You can change it right now. It's on aluminum. If this is a plastic part, we can just plastic finishing. Works great for me. It's cutting very fast. You can slow it down. 0.025. 40. Change your surface finish. 500. That's going to slow your feed rate way down. If it's plastic, I cut plastic all the time at over 100 inches a minute. But for the video, we'll do this geometry. So you're going to select what you are going to machine. So in this case, we are going to machine this area here. So I'm just going to click on it, set my height to selection, and then click the face. So I know that tool is going to come down to that face and machine around. I don't want to leave any stock. I want it to take it all off, and I'm going to put my compensation type on wear. So what wear is it outputs a G4142 out on your last circular move there when it's coming around to make your finish pass, and you can change the value of your tool. So in the D, it's your D tool, D number, which is your diameter offset. So if you're using a 1/4 inch tool and you ran this part and it's still too big, you can offset your D in your machine to go a little further. So 1/2 inch end mill, maybe it's a little undersized, maybe it's 499, didn't cut your hub to tolerance. You can cheat the D by putting in a negative number in your wear if you're using a negative, like a thou, and then boom, you got it. So everything else is cool. We're just gonna hit OK. It's really that easy, guys. So hit simulate, hit play. Okay, see how it machined the inside and outside. We don't like that's gonna destroy the part. So let's right click on that operation again, edit, go to geometry, and let's choose what we're doing here. We're gonna do outer contours. Let's see what that does. Ta-da, play. If we don't like it, still don't like it, okay, we can right click, edit, cancel that contour selection, and let's just grab, okay, that's outside and that's outside. Let's grab those two and hit start. Alrighty, simulate, start. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, looks like we missed some stuff there, so we can go back. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, let's just delete that and let's use 2D Pocket. It's so much easier. Choose our end mill again, flat end mill, 1/2 inch. Watch the difference here. You saw what I did there. I'm going to click this face, go to my heights, click that face again, Make sure no offsets. Click them all. Hit OK. Simulate. Start. It's going to spiral down. We can change that. It's going to machine all that to perfection. Look at that. Beautiful. I like it. So you notice how it done that? We can take that out of there. Watch this. You can change all this stuff. So we can go to passes. We can do multiple depths if we want. We can do step overs. We can do like 0.25. It's going to be nice. We can do our lead in can be plunge outside of stock. Hit OK. Now it's going to come in from the outside, machine our part. It's going to be great. As you can see, it's coming in. It's machining our part to perfection. Looking marvelous. Boom, done. Alrighty, we have that operation. We got the face, and you can rename this stuff. That's face 1. You can just say face top part with what is it, a 2-inch face mill. But you can put all the information you want. The more the better, right? The guys out on the floor, they got more things to go off of. Pocket, so we can contour hub. Okay, now we're going to do the drill. So we've done the outside, the top. We want to we need a machine complete outside. So let's go back to 2D contour, and that's where we're going to do the bottom out here. Let's go to the outside, same tool. We're going to lower the height to the bottom of the part. Just click on the bottom. So bottom height selection, touch the bottom of the part. Passes, where it's probably all we need. Okay, we can set it to plastics. Whatever you want to do, feeds and speeds, your choice. Alright, so it's going to machine down to the bottom of the part. What we're actually going to do is go a little further than bottom. So we're going to machine a little past bottom, minus 0.025. So 25 thousandths past. So that way when we flip our part, it's face it, we're done. So generate that. Let's replay all that we've done so far. Simulate. Make it a little transparent. You can see what's going on. Contouring real nice and neat. Looking good. Alrighty, let's take a look at what happened. So it's past it. So all this here is extra material that when we flip the part, relocate, we shave it off with a face mill, and this part is done once we do this bolt circle on top. So all the hard stuff is done. Let's wrap this up. So in order to wrap it up, we're going to drill these holes. I don't remember what size these holes were. That's not a problem. Go right here to inspect, measure, click on that hole. That is a 1/4 inch diameter hole. So we can send a 1/4 inch drill in there. Perfect. What's this center hole here? That is also a 1/4 inch. So we need one tool. If we're using carbide, we don't need to center drill. If we're using high-speed steel, we can go ahead and throw a center drill in. So let's do that. Let's go the long way here. Let's do a center drill. I'm not going to get technical with it. Let's just do 5/16. Make sure it's long enough. Yeah, looks good. Geometry, I'm just going to grab all the holes. You can do one by one, or diameter range, and then whichever one you grab, it will do it for you. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do selected faces, because of that middle one. Later in the heights tab it'll bite me. So on drills there's only 4. You got your tool, feeds and speeds, geometry, that's what you're drilling, your heights, and then your type of cycle, tapping, boring, reaming, drilling, peck, all that stuff. So let's go to selection. We're going to go to the top of the part, and we are going to go like minus 0.150. Okay, so it's going to throw in a little included chamfer. Center the drill up. We're just going to drill rapid. Looking okay. See what happens. We can go a lot further. Okay, but for what we're doing, this is going to work. Yeah, so when you're out at the machine, your operator can actually move this tool down to the desired height. So right now it's at 150. He can move it down until the tool actually creates a chamfer here. So we center drill it, and then center drill it, and then drill it through, and then there'll be a chamfer that remains because we took the center drill a little further. But we won't get too much into that. So now we're going to go ahead and finish drilling it. We're going to take a tool, 1/4 inch drill. So find your drill, drill, library. Plenty of stuff to choose from. I love that about Fusion. You don't want to scroll through it. Click right here at diameter, equal, and you can go fractional or decimal. So 1/4 for 1/4 inch. Click off the screen. There it is. Or like they converted it there, you can just type in 0.25. So we're going to go ahead and choose this one. Select our material, which is, I guess, plastics. Choose our holes. We're going to do every one of these. Okay. Our heights are going to be through the part. So click the bottom. And then drill tip through bottom. Yes. Why not? Push it all the way through. Okay. See that? How the drill tip went through the bottom? Let's go a little further. Minus 0.125. Whoop. Doesn't need to be negative. Okay. 0.125. So we know for sure that drill is going to pass completely through that part, giving us a good part. And you don't have to, but just for sake of showing you, I'm going to show you. There's drilling, counterboring, all that. Let's do some chip breaking. So we're going to send this dude down at a crazy small amount, like 25, just for whatever reason. That's it. So let's watch that. I'll show you what that does. Play. You can actually watch it chip break. It's hard to see, it's going so fast. See if I can get to the meat. See it? Slow it down a little further. See it jumping? It's breaking that chip. Partial retract. So that looks great. Now we need to do the middle. So the middle, we could actually do the middle along with that. Why not? So we're going to do, no, we're going to make that a separate operation because of the height of that. I don't want my feed to start up here on all these holes. Save time, we go to drilling. It's already chose the tool. We're just going to choose the geometry, which is the center, and then the height. Hole bottom works for me because it's at the bottom of the hole. Just tell it to go drill tip through the bottom and specify how much. We're going to go 125 thousandths again, 1/8 inch. Looking beautiful. We'll do a peck. Okay, perfect. Post. Okay, so we got this done. So one thing that we've missed is we need to center drill this one too, because we center drilled these, but we didn't do this one. So we can actually go back. So let's go to drill, select, center drill. We'll just grab it there. It's already there. Choose your material, choose your geometry, choose your height. Always make sure to double check this stuff. Minus 0.15. That's shallow. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. A little senseless here because it's drilling after the hole's already there. So what we want to do is, what I like about Fusion, you can actually grab this process, find where that drill is, and put it before it. So move it up and drop it. There. Now that center drill is before the drill. Now let's go ahead and simulate this whole thing. Because we're done, folks. It's that easy. So simulate, and we now have a CNC program. Hit start, speed it up a little bit, and you are now a programmer. Speed it up, mow it down, looking beautiful, no red, interpolating, contour in there, running around, center drill, drill, center drill, drill. Oh, one thing, I saw that to save time there. Did you see it? Did a tool change? It center drilled these and then drilled them. And then tool change, center drill, drill. Let's go ahead and use that center drill all at once. So this center drill should be before that. Somewhere in here. Let's see. Drag this above there. So we got center drill, drill, drill. Perfect order of operations. Okay, simulate again. Make sure it looks as good as it sounds. Perfect. Center drill, drill, drill. We're done. We're ready for op 2. Okay, close that. Let's flip this dude over and do op 2 now. So we're gonna close this off because we don't even want to look at it anymore. To post it, you can go here, click post process, and choose what you're doing here. And so just number your program and hit post. When you do that, right now I got the trial version, so it's only going to let me do one tool. It's not going to let me do this whole post. But if you hit post, it'll take you to a code generator and a post, and it will output your code and let you edit your code and stuff. I'll show you right here. So let's do like this center drill. Right click, so just click on one operation, right click, post process, hit post. Oh, come on, buddy. Let's do just that one process. Open in C, 1001. We're going to do just here, post. Yes. Now it's going to go ahead and post the center drill operation. Make sure you're in this. You want to make sure your tool heights and all that stuff is correct. Your tool number is correct. That way, when the operator gets it, he's not having to fix all that, or maybe he needs to. Maybe he's wanting to put the tool in a different pocket or something. So here we have drill 2. It's going to use tool 3, M6 tool change. There's your spindle RPM, your clockwise rotation. This is a Fadal CNC post, so they use E numbers. Other machines use G54, 5, 6, 7. Fadals use E's. The newer ones they understand 54 offsets. So the main important thing here is make sure your work offset is correct. Your tool number is the same as your H number for center drills. D doesn't matter because we're not doing wears. They can adjust their height here in the program in their Z, retract their feeds. When the machine gets done, it can go home. A lot of times, like on this one, I would edit this to like G28. Let's use some caps here. G28. So we're going to go machine home X, Y, and Z 0.0. I like it. It looks good. I would post this and not be afraid at all. So that's how you use that. It's really nice, easy to use. Let's finish this part. So we're going to set up another setup. So we're going to minimize this, go to a new setup, and we are going to do same thing, mill from the last setup. Perfect. Rest machining. We're going to go to setup stock, and we're going to flip it over and change that stock point, remember? So make sure we're in the center top. Perfect. We're going to flip everything. This. And you know what? Let's do model orientation. So select Z, flip to Z, X, Y, Z. Perfect. Okay, so all we're doing is a facing operation. We don't even need to make a program. You just stick the part. If it's a one off part, you just stick it in there and face it to length. But in this case, we're going to run a billion, let's say. So let's go ahead and make a program. So at the top of our stock, coordinate looks good. We're going to stick it in the machine. We're going to locate the center of the part right here. We're going to hit OK here. So we see that all this other stuff's been machined. All that's left is the top. Let me fix something here. There's a 1/4 inch left. So I'm just going to do this. There's none. There's 40 here. 1/4 inch on top. None on bottom. And it's a cylinder. Relative size. Cylinder. There we go. So a little big on top. Okay, so we just need to chop that off. That's it. We're going to hit OK. We're ready to roll. Just grab our face mill and be done. So facing operation up there. Your tool, just grab that face mill again. Right here. It's already laying there for you. We're gonna, the next tab, geometry, just touch your face. Model top, because that's how far you're going down. Your passes, if you don't feel comfortable with taking a 1/4 inch cut with that face mill, then you can cut it down. I personally would for this plastic material, but if you don't want to, you can change it here, like we'll say 50 thou. Passes, that's it. So let's hit OK, and you're done. We need to make some offs. Let's see what this looks like. That looks good. Okay, get an issue here. See here, or it's got a little, it's saying it's not cutting it all the way off or whatever. Let's fix that. Go to edit, passes. We can do, let's see, pass extension. How's our stock? Let me look at something here. Let's just go ahead. There's so many ways to do this. Let's just increase our radial stock diameter by like 0.1, just for fun. Okay. Regenerate. You just right click up here and hit generate. Okay, and let's see. Did that geometry stock selection? Let me re-grab this. That should be here. And let me have it. Let's see if it let me have it. Yeah, it did. Okay, beautiful. So I didn't even have to click on anything. It just defaulted. It already knows, it's intuitive. Stock selections. I don't have to pick anything. It already knows by what I typed in under my stock. So just hit OK. Simulate. Slow it down. Take a watchful eye. Make sure it ain't doing nothing crazy. Look at that. It's coming over, so it's going to fully clean up. Let's go ahead and take it down. Okay, so looking great. That part is done. Hit close, and then you're gonna right click, and then you're gonna post that process, or you can go up here and post it. And that, my friend, is how you machine the basics in CNC mills. The things that they have to offer, just simple little things. We did a facing operation, a contour, and we did pocket, we did some drilling. There's so many more things you can do. If I wanted to 3D print this part, I'll do that in the next video. So we'll touch on that. That's in utilities, set up your printer and all that stuff. But I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope this gave you the basic understanding of how CNC mill operations work within Fusion 360. Thank you guys for watching, and pass on the knowledge.